Hello everybody. Today we are going to be working on formulas for binary ionic compounds, excuse me. So we are going to go to the post that says formulas for binary ionic compounds. We have the link for the reading. We have all of our practice questions, and we have my email that you send your answers to. So let's take a look at this. So, if you know the name of a binary ionic compound, you can write its chemical formula. So to review, the name is going to be just the name of the metal, and then it's going to be the prefix of the nonmetal, and it's and the suffix "ide." Okay, let's take a look at this. So the metal ion we write first, and then we write the nonmetal ion second. So you can do it the slow way if that helps you. But if you know the charges and if you have them a little bit memorized, you can speed it up a little bit. So here we have aluminum and we have nitrogen. So with that, we are going to have aluminum for the name of the metal and nitride, which is the prefix of nitrogen with the suffix "ide." Okay, now all compounds need to be electrically neutral, which means overall they need to have a charge of 0, which means if you add the charges together, they need to equal 0. So here you have a positive 3 and a negative 3. So this one is pretty easy. We have 1 aluminum, 1 nitrogen. As we see here, 1 aluminum, 1 nitrogen. Now we're going to step it up just a little bit. So if you have lithium oxide, so that's lithium, the metal ion, oxygen, the nonmetal ion, but it has the prefix for oxygen and the suffix "ide. So lithium is a +1 ion, oxygen is a -2 ion. So 1 minus 2, that is going to give you -1. So we are going to need 2 lithiums to balance out this -2 charge. So each lithium has a +1 charge. So if we have 2 of them, we have 1 plus 1, which is 2, and then -2, which gives our overall charge of 0. Okay, so then our formula, since we have 2 lithiums and 1 oxygen, it becomes Li2O. And you represent the number of the ion in the subscript. All right? So a different way to write the correct formula is to use the crisscross method. This doesn't work every time, but this is when you have different charges. So for aluminum and oxygen, aluminum has a +3 charge, oxygen has a -2. Now the lowest common multiple of 3 and 2 is going to be 6. So you are going to need 3 oxygens, as you see here, 2 aluminums, as you see here. So when we have 2 aluminums, we have 3 plus 3. When we have 3 oxygens, we have -2 plus -2 plus -2 gives you -6. So the formula is going to be Al2O3. So in some of these, we have to be careful because we need the lowest ratio of the ions. So if we have Al3 and N3, as in our first example. If we did crisscross with this, we'd get Al3 and N3, but we know that the balanced formula for it in the lowest possible ratio is ALN. So just try to be careful with that. You can also use the crisscross method for lead 4 oxide. Okay, actually you can use it, but you have to put it in the lowest possible ratio. So lead, Pb, has a plus, it's a +4 ion. Oxygen is a -2 ion. So if we crisscross these, we get Pb2, which makes +8, 4 + 4. We get O4, which gives us -8. So -2 plus -2 plus -2 plus -2, -8. Overall, we have a neutral compound. But look at the subscripts. They're both divisible by 2. So if we divide each subscript by 2, we get PbO2. All right, so hopefully that makes sense. Make sure you finish your questions and turn them in to me.